What's up, everyone? I'm continuing my videos because I thought that I'm just gonna, do that. I will, as I said many times before. And since I'm running out of topics, it's just that I'm gonna be talking shit. Just, nothing interesting at all. So that's why I'm gonna be talking about women and relationships with women. Because it's it's nothing. Nah, I'm kidding. Why I want to talk about that is that just I've been watching so many videos about social dynamics back in the day. I mean, I've been a big fan of Elliot House. I've been watching actualize.org. I've been watching Diving Deep, and I've been watching some Russ dude. I forgot about this whole. So all this shanty shit also. Not in a bad way I'm saying that, but all those hipsters that they just think that they are enlightened and stuff. I've read like really enough books about enlightenment and whatnot, and you can take this as if I'm showing off, or as if I'm just thinking about myself that I'm a stuck-up motherfucker, which I am actually. I'm very proud of myself, and my ego is just wow, it's just overflowing. I'm actually fine with it. I don't give a shit about that. And what I want to say is that it's if you're that kind of a person that has been like injecting himself with the desire to be like someone with the self-esteem kind of a program inside of the head, that you just want to be the best, or you just want to be someone, and you just continue growing and shit, like you definitely are going to be at least alone or with a limited amount of people, like just really not that much people are going to be around you. You have to be prepared for that shit, and it makes really tough for some sort of relationships to be working, especially not only that you can be an artist. I mean, like my parents, but they both are artists and they have a very healthy relationship going on, and the things that have been beforehand, the way how people were looking at things are different. I'm not gonna go deep into the subject because I don't give a that much fuck about that shit, like explaining people what they should do, because there are really experts like in psychology that do that. You just go to YouTube and write down whatever you want to do and you find that shit. All I want to say is that, like, I want to talk about me because I love myself and I want to just brute force, like, myself towards people, because what else has to be done? I mean, if you think about bad things and just look around with all those viruses and all those riots going on, the world will end at some point. So just I think that you just need not to give a fuck anymore and do whatever you want to do. So yeah, I'm a burn through egoist with the maniac what's that state of self-love. But not in a horrible way. I mean, I just see the dark side and the shadow side of me, and I'm loving it. And that's what I wish the other people to do, so that they are not broken, that they are not bleeding on other people. When they're just dissatisfied with themselves and their self-esteem is low, and they just go out to other people and they mingle with them and they try to reassure themselves by looking how other people are, full of disgrace, and they're like, yeah, at least I'm not doing that, at least I'm better. Those are shit people. I don't like them, and most of people are like that. So just I'm like, whatever. I don't want to say that I'm like the best among people. Like when I'm with people, I don't feel myself like I'm superior at all. I'm superior to myself that was yesterday, because some things that I did yesterday I don't like, but I'm like, okay, so tomorrow I'm gonna get better. Tomorrow I want to be better. And when I see people and I see their problems, I try to make them shine inside. This is very paradoxical, because I've been really studying the left hand path for some time, and I've been going through this understanding that when you suffer, you grow. The more you suffer, the more you grow. And I've been suffering my whole life, basically just starting from where I come from, the war that we had to go through, and all the being a refugee and shit like that. I mean, it's not the best life, but then at the same time, look at me. I speak 3 languages. I mean, and I do that kind of shit. I'm a great artist. I fucking love what I do. I got my master's degree in art history, so I can just say, like, fuck you, choke on the cock, and whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. But at the same time, when I see you, I'm like, hey man, come on. I mean, like, are you okay? Is everything fine with you? Just, let me help you a little bit, just by being, very polite and very giving and very, understanding. So what I want to say is that dark and scary people, they can be good people, and usually they are very good deep inside, and they're using some sort of a this scary outlook because they have been damaged. And I've been damaged many times, and I've been damaged by relationships, but I didn't understand that, because the problem has always been because of me being too good in that sense. And it just came out to be that well, it's a very complicated subject. It's either you choose to procreate, and you choose to live a life where you cohabit with the same species, but a different, like totally different outlook to the world. Men are dominating the world, and women are controlling the society, and that's how things work, because they need the validation. Just they need validation from people, from same things. And men don't need that shit. I mean, like, if you're a real man, if you by real I mean, like, if you're man, what's a man basically? Like, a man is a content person, like a male who has a dignity, who has a life purpose, and that person goes towards that life purpose. You know what I'm saying? And women, in that sense, they just want to hang on to that kind of a thing, and just they want to be next to some sort of a strong, assertive, resilient person that is satisfied with his life, and goes on with the life, and is not afraid of that shit. I mean, we came to the moment when a man has to explain another man how to be, a man. That's just fucked up. I think the society has turned just the worst shit. And do I like that? I mean, like, no, not really, because I don't want to listen to some simps fucking telling me how to live my life. I don't do that shit no more. I'm surrounded by kings, I'm surrounded by true people, by real men who are assertive, and my friends, each one of them has a purpose in life, and they come from different backgrounds, but every single man that I have around me, all my male friends, they're fucking tough people, and I respect them, and I love them very much for what they are and for who they are, and I believe that we all should be like that. We should be like warriors in the garden, right? We don't need to be one of those simping ass motherfuckers, just listening to what they're told to do, and we should find in each other something that makes us grow, that makes us feel more content with ourselves. I'm not saying that we need to go against anyone or something. We just need to go against our weaknesses that we have inside of us, like deep inside our core. That's what I feel. That's what I think, and that's what I've been listening to my really lot of years for the guys that I mentioned before. That's pretty much what they've been talking about. But the difference between me and them is that I don't like to show my face. Just those who know how I look like, that's good. I mean, thank you. Just whatever. But it's just the what the fuck is that word? Circumstances which I am in, and the place where I live, and whatever my thoughts, ideas, and whatnot. I mean, I don't want to live just this kind of a cozy life at the same time. I don't want to be some sort of a big ass celebrity shit. I fucking don't care about that. All I care about is money, comfort, and ability just to do what I do in a way that would satisfy me. And how the fuck can you fit a relationship into that? I mean, when you're totally concerned only about yourself and the way how to embed the things that you do, like your goals and dreams and aspirations, they're just number one. You just cannot switch yourself. You cannot switch yourself towards another person and just live the life of another human being for that sense. That's why usually people who make another people, like kids and shit, they just put some sort of it's either they're already in a state where they are abundant and they think that their future is already like written down. Like there are some countries like that where you can easily just chill and do that. And people also, or whatever, I'm now cornering myself because I'm not really very deep in that subject. But I want to say that it's a choice, you know what I'm saying? It's a choice. You go either there or you go there. I just had my breakfast. I think I'm gonna vomit right now all over this shit. Okay, so what I want to say is that I'm just blabbing. I just have this feelings inside of me just bottling up all the time because I see so many beautiful girls around. And I don't do this, better fucking simp approach. I used to do that. I used to write to some girls being like, hey, what's up? Just, how you doing? Or I would just reach them out, approach them. But I realized that I don't want to do that shit no more. I mean, why the fuck would I want to waste my time on that shit? I mean, most important thing for a male, I think, is to control the urges, to control oneself. It's really hard to do. It's really hard to be that kind of a man. It's a big problem. I had some weight issues and shit like that, and I mean, like, I'm not the one to talk about that openly and be like, being an expert in that field. But I believe that over time, when I'm working on myself and my mental state, my physical state, I'm growing more. What was the word for that? I mean, like, confident in that field. I understand that I'm doing this shit like for real, and I believe in that shit. So yeah, there's future in that shit. So what I want to say exactly is that if you are lost and you don't know what to do, take your time to understand the purpose of your being here. Realize it. And if it scares you, go and do it. Because if you're a man, if you're a male figure, no matter of your background, you need to suck it up. You need to control yourself, and you need to become a strong version of yourself. I'm saying it to myself because I'm gonna watch this shit and I'm gonna remind myself to do that. Because sometimes I fail. Most of the times I fail. Not always luck is on my side. But what I know is on my side is that if we go on that treadmill, I'm just gonna go till the fucking end, till I drop dead. You can be in a better physical form, but I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go till I drop dead. And I've been doing that for a really long time. I never blew up, I never went big, but I still do what I do. I know the reasons. I know where where I'm lazy and shit like that. But does it really matter? Does it really matter if you can either live a dream and fulfill it just step by step and be happy with it, or you just can be a dissatisfied human being that tries to find satisfaction and growth in different people. And that's what happens when a male without purpose or any form of self-belief goes into a relationship and just gets sucked into some sort of a negative form of just this roller coaster of feelings and shit, and it just gets spit out and is no one. Maybe that's a good thing when you have to think about yourself and rethink your life, and for some people that's a good thing. But what I want to say is that probably it's better not to experiment with that shit. But everyone has their own path. What I did is just shared my opinion about that stuff. So yeah, it's either purpose or first comes the purpose, yeah, and then you just can have fun on the side. let's see how it's gonna go later for me. But at the moment, I'm feeling like that, and I'm sharing these ideas like that because everything is changing. You cannot stop the river and just take a little bit of water out of it and just bring it home and say, well, I got a river in a cup. It just doesn't work there. It's a constant flow. So you cannot stop something and say that's you just cannot do that. Everything is in motion all the time. That's why I usually don't speak that much. Like I don't make stories in Instagram and just post shit and just discuss stuff, because I know that you cannot engrave something. You cannot just stop something and say that that's the truth. I mean, it's a trampoline for another truth. It's a staircase, because you can use that and then just go follow it up to some sort of a new idea. But you just cannot say that that's it. It cannot, because everything is constantly changing and the whole thing is about change. So yeah, let's see how it's gonna go a little bit later. But yeah, take it easy and peace to y'all. I don't know why I'm doing this whole like hippie shit, but it's on the contrast, it looks good.